Well, it helps if I turn the mute off. Hello, everyone. Well, anyway, I figured I would play with my live streaming yet again today because I am messing around with good old Home Assistant is what I'm going to be playing with today. Excuse me. So I have a day off today because I'm just, it's Veterans Day, so happy Veterans Day to any of you out there that are veterans. Thank you so very much for your service. I know my wife is a veteran, and this is the funny thing. My wife doesn't have the day off. I know, right? I'm not a veteran, so I think it's kind of funny that I have the day off and she doesn't. But in any case, I figured we would spend today just maybe an hour or so. I'm not going to last too awfully long because I actually have to go start some stuff for dinner. Is what I'm going to go try to start. So, anyway, I put together some stuff for playing with Home Assistant. So I figured we could spend some time together. I got to still figure out how to get this thing to work. Where are we at here? Oh, hey. All right. Ishmeet, how are you? That's $2. Are you saying you're the first one? All right. Right on. Yep, first one. That's right. I don't know how many people will be available for this. I'm just going to play around with this. But what I've found out is that there's this new thing called HomeAssistant for Home Assistant. Okay. And the reason what's kind of triggered all this was I was messing with Home Assistant and found out that it it needed to be upgraded, and I installed it with the virtual environment. Okay, not the first one by... Oh, okay, well, you can stick around if you want to. John Jolly. What's up, dude? Hi. Yeah, so I'm just messing around with Home Assistant, like I said. Oop, got to get my earphones in right. Okay, and what I was going to do was try to upgrade it so that I could bring you guys the next video. By the way, if any of you out there are the ones that voted on the voting stuff, thank you so much for the votes because that gives me some great feedback so I can then give you guys awesome videos. So anyway, what we're doing is I was going to be doing the HA dashboard. Oh, and by the way, I got it set up. Hold on. I got one of these, if you can see it. I got one of the little touch screens. See, one of these here. Let me get it out of here. Give me a second. What the hell? Come on, dude. Okay. I was using one of my eBay board holders to hold it in, but it's basically a little touch screen. I guess it's like an official Raspberry Pi touch screen or something like that. But basically, it's just a little 7-inch touchscreen, and you put your Raspberry Pi on the back of it. Has the mounts and everything, and you just wire up some simple wires. I'll be doing a video on this. Don't you worry. I'll show you how to put it all together. But anyway, you set this up, and this is going to be our Home Assistant dashboard. To those of you that don't know what that is, in fact, here I can probably bring that up for you. Home Assistant dashboard. Lots of people don't. It's like this, basically. So you got this cool little interface. Let me move my microphone where it makes sense. All right. So you've got, you've got this, and so that way it makes it like a cool little touchpad. You know, kind of like a Jarvis from Iron Man, if you've seen that. Anyway, so that's basically what we're going to be doing. Since you guys said that that's what you liked the most when I did the poll on what the next video should be. So that's what I'm doing. However, I found out that you got to update Home Assistant quite a bit, and Home Assistant has now moved to the new version of Python, so Python 3.5, and it looked like a massive bear to update Python. So what I did was I'm going to download this HomeAssistant, which it's basically called Raspbian, and basically they've taken Raspbian and they basically mucked with it and made it where it's just a stripped down version of Raspbian with Home Assistant running on it, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to check it out. I figured, why not? If I'm going to check this out, I might as well bring you guys along for the ride. So sit back, grab something to drink, and if you want to join me on this, I will be here. Feel free to comment, as a couple of you already have, 3 of you already have, so feel free. All right, so let's see here. So I have downloaded, now I'm running a Raspberry Pi version 1 Model B Plus for my Home Assistant just because it's one that I have laying around. So I downloaded the image from here. Let me bring this over here. I was having trouble with the image, and so I brought over, they recommend using this etcher thing. Normally, I use, I use good old Win32 disk imager. They both work. It was me. I was being an idiot, and I downloaded, because I've been messing with the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus, and so I was downloading the wrong image the whole time. So I'm sure either one will probably work. They recommend Etcher, but Win32 disk imager would probably work just fine. Oh my lord, everything just minimized. Why? Why? Okay, got it. So, get back up my stuff here so I can see what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to go ahead. So I downloaded the correct one, and I have placed it on a flash drive. Voila. So the theory goes I should be able to go back in the back and plug it in. So stand by for just a moment. I'm going to give you the splash screen while I go plug this in. Let me go ahead and type that into the chat. That way, if anybody else shows up and they've got just like a "it will begin soon" screen, they will know that we already talked. So I gotta, where is it? There it is. Okay. I will be right back. I am connecting a Raspberry Pi at the moment. Okay. So put that in there. That way, if anybody shows up to the chat, they can see what I'm doing. All right, guys. So I will be right back in just a moment. Okay, guys, I have returned. All right, so it looks like that's booting. I plugged it in. It looks like it's booting. So, according to this page, hold on, I gotta figure out which page it is. According to this page, it's saying that I should be able to go blah 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 blah. This Haas.io local whatever the who. We'll see if this works. The way that I've got my stuff done is I actually have two routers. I've got one router that has basically an isolated network with a huge password and everything like that for my Internet of Things devices, considering that they are like the most hackable thing ever. So to protect my network a little bit from it, I have isolated it onto its own router with its own SSID, with its own everything. And like I said, I've got a WPA password phrase, but it's a phrase and it's huge because there's, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's deauth attacks, basically where they can send a deauthorization packet and it basically kicks off all of your wireless devices and makes them have to re-authenticate back. And in doing that, they stick up, you know, like an antenna and they catch the handshaking that goes on in the 802.11 or something like that protocol that goes on, and or at least that standard communication thing. And they basically take the packets apart, and there's a way they can intercept your password. And so if you have a weak password that's like, you know, only a couple words or whatever, they can usually make guesses at it and they can figure it out, and they can end up connecting up to your network. And they can even get around MAC addresses too. They can, when they look at that packet, they can spoof one of your device's MAC address, and then they can send the deauth again, kick everybody off, and then they can basically intercept it and pretend to be one of your devices. So security is a big issue. I may make videos on that. You know, let me know. Just put it in the comment thing here or whatever. Throw it in the chat. Do you want me to make videos on security stuff like that? I mean, I can. But network security or whatever. Anyway, just let me know on that. So mine's on a completely different network. So we'll see if this Haas.io thing can find itself or not. I can't remember because I've slept since I set that network up. If I did static routes, and I also did firewalls, I know. And I may have a firewall rule where only one IP can be let go. +1 in network security. All right, well, I'll keep that in the mix. So we're going to give this a shot now. It should be hopefully up. Let's see if it finds anything. I'm pretty doubtful that it's going to find something, because I think I have to static set the IP, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. Because I'm pretty sure, well, in fact, we could look at it. Let me grab something. I'm going to grab the router and look at it. I used a Cisco 871 router. That's what I'm using for this. I'm going to do... Let's see, hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm into the router. So I'm going to do a show IP DHCP bind. So I can find the bindings on this thing. Maybe it got 116. All right. Let's try that. See if that'll go to it. Nope. Okay, so what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to take my trusty dusty little keyboard, and I'm going to run back there. So sorry, I'm going to pause again. I'm going to run back there and set the static IP, which basically, you know, once it boots into Raspbian, you just go up to the little Wi-Fi thing, and you choose the Ethernet 0, I think is what it is, because I'm using a wired connection, and then you just set the IP address. So no big deal. Let me set that real fast, and I will be right back. So pause yet again. Okay, guys. Well, I basically screwed up the whole thing, and I like tripped over the little... Did I literally leave the keyboard back there? I tell you. I like tripped over the power cord. So I brought it in here. I've got it set up with my computer, and so I got HDMI. So let's see if I can actually pull this up on my computer, and then we can just do it from here, and I don't have to keep leaving all the time. All right, so let's find my program that lets me view my HDMI. Boink. Boink. All right, let's plug this in and see what happens. Hopefully sparks won't fly. Hopefully. I got like a little shelf I can set this on. I might have angered it when I tripped over it, so I may have to reflash it, which totally sucks. Oh no, it shows that it's going. I bet you this HDMI thing that I have is a little bit strange, and it has to be a certain output before it will actually start showing you stuff. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm thinking I might, good evening, what I might do, I may drag a monitor in here. I'm just trying to think. I'd love to be able to show you guys I wonder if I could put it over here. I might be able to put it over here on my desk. Well, we'll let this thing... set this on a shelf down here. Give me a second. All right. Okay, so what we can do is... I'll see if maybe I can set it up underneath here. Over here on this desk right next to me, I've got a camera. And so this is going to be like the most jerry-rigged ever. But I think I might be able to lay a monitor down. And then you guys will be able to see it. So give me a second. Let me clean up my mess. I don't know about you, but do you guys ever have like a really messy desk? You know, where the desk is just like piled with stuff? That's like totally my desk. Like, in fact, here I'll just show you. Why not? Right? We gotta check and make sure our stuff's working. There we go. Let's see. I wonder if I can. Where's my desk view? Oh. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. There once was a time where I had to reconnect stuff. Give me a second. So this is what happens when you don't prepare for a live stream. Things like this happen. Well, guys, I'm trying everything. Come on, dude. Well, it may just not work. I may just have to hold it up and show you guys. Well, I just turned off everything now, didn't I? There we go. Okay. Always the clutter helps creativity. You bet. You know, I had a sticky note or something that always said, it said the sign of a clean desk, or no, let me remember that. A clean desk is a sign of a misguided career. Yeah, my stuff, and that is totally true of my stuff, because my stuff is everywhere. All right, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to run and grab a monitor so I can actually see what this thing is doing. So I'll be right back. I'll just leave this up. I'll be right back. You'll see me running around in the background. Hold on. Haha! Got one. All right. Yeah, set this over here. So now I got to hook it up. See if I have any more open ports here. I probably don't. Oh, trying to find plugins is interesting. Well, we don't need the phone currently, so we'll sacrifice that. All right, HDMI. All right. Stay. Whoop, stay. Whoop, stay. There we go. I may have to restart the thing, because it's not producing any signals. Okay. I just rebooted it. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's saying that it's starting. Now, all right, so you want to see how rigged this is? All right. There it is, guys. Oh, there it is. So it is working. That image did work that I downloaded. So I'll just give you guys the play-by-play. And in the meantime, while this thing is booting, does anyone have any questions about anything? See, this is what happens when you hang out with me while I'm doing something new. All kinds of weird, none of it's scripted. I think I kind of like this format for a live stream. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I kind of like the unscripted craziness. Because you never know what's going to happen, right? Let's see. Okay, so it's starting Docker, apparently. Apparently, we need that. Well, it says starting Haas OS supervisor. That's a good sign, right? Right. How's the stream doing, by the way? Is things going okay? That's saying it's all right. Oh, we got more people. All right. Howdy ho. Sorry, just looking through my deal. Oh, Ishmeet, I'm sorry. I totally missed your cash thing. Thank you very much, man. Thanks for the super chat. That really helps. That helps the channel quite a bit. That's the thing I've been running into is acquiring all of this stuff. Let's see what other comments we have that I have totally missed. That was fun to see. Projects. Oh yeah, Doreen. Yep, definitely. I should film more like behind the scenes stuff because I make it look like when I do a video, you know, it's after I've figured everything out. You know, well, except there's been some videos, you know, where we've kind of figured things out together, but usually it's way after. And so I'm just like zip 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 bang, you do this, you do that, and bop 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 bow, and that's how it works. No. It looks like this. I'm grabbing monitors, I'm plugging in keyboards, I'm unplugging stuff, I'm stringing cables all over my house, and yeah, it's crazy. Well, let's see, where are we at here? Well, that to me seems like that it has booted. They may not boot the GUI. Well, let's give that a shot again. Let's try their whole Haas IO hoopadoop. Again, like I said, I don't think it's going to work very well. We'll just have to see. Nope. Of course, they do say something about that you can do internet stuff. Now, okay, you guys, I'm going to read this to you, or you guys can read it too. Hopefully the text is big enough, and see if this makes sense. I feel you. Yeah, right. Okay, so it says Wi-Fi instead. This is what I want you to read right here. Now, tell me, does this make sense? Wi-Fi, okay, so it's talking about, okay, you put an SD card in, this is how you install it, right? And it says open Etcher and select the Haas IO image and flash it to your SD card. We did it. Okay, we put it in. Then it says Wi-Fi and static IP setup. Format a USB stick. So it's like, what do you mean? Like a USB, like a dongle, like a separate stick with name config. Okay, create a folder named network, all right, and then within that, create another folder named my-network, okay, but then it says copy one of the examples to the my network files, and that's one of these examples, which is fine. You know, they show you, oh, you need something that's like this, you know, whatever. This gives you the format of how to put it together. Okay, fine, whatever. But then they just talk about, then they just totally skip over. They say unmount the SD card and remove it from your SD card reader. Okay. And then you insert that SD card into your Raspberry Pi. All right, fine. And then hook up any cables or whatever, and then connect your Raspberry Pi or whatever till it turns on. Then the Raspberry Pi will boot up. You go to this and bingo, bango, bongo, everything's great. Did I miss something? Like they just told me to use a USB stick. So are you supposed to create... What? Like, I'm confused. Are you supposed to put the USB stick in the Pi and then it just figures it out? I'm confused. It's random and not cliche. Yeah. I know. That doesn't make sense to me. Well, I may have to take one more run to the back because I think I left the daggum keyboard back there. So I may have to go get the keyboard. So give me a second. Let me go get a keyboard. I'll mute you so you don't hear me running. Okay. All right. So I at least have a keyboard so I can see if this stupid thing is like in a... I'm clicking it. This is what happens when you do something new. Okay. So what I've got here, it's like my mega tablet. Yes. So I've got... This is like decoding the Matrix, except it's not green, right? This is such a retarded way to do this. So welcome to Haas. Okay. Blah 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 blah. See, this looks like all just like event data and stuff that's like that it's already ready to go. But my problem is now that it's sitting on my floor, it's not connected to a network. So that makes me wonder. So it's like, and if it's like, how do I get into it to set up? I wonder if there's stuff on the SD card. Let's pull it out and let's see here. Let's power it off here. Get the good old SD card reader. Yeah, well, yeah, I did. I tried I did the :8123 or whatever, but the problem is I don't even know what IP it's been given, or if it even got an IP from the DHCP server I've set up. Because I need to set up, I think I need to set it statically because I have so much security enabled on this thing that I think that it, where are we? There it is. All right, so this is what normally you have the config file that you can put whatever in. I may have to go get a cable. In your IP 8123. Never needed a USB stick though. Okay, Gary. So how did you install it? Did you just did you use this Haas local whatever it is? Yeah, to boot up from Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, okay. But so it'll just work. Need the USB. Okay, so it'll just work if you just plug it into the network and just let her rip. I can do that. Let me get a... Oh, I got a network cable somewhere. I'm not running to the back. I'm going to use a different one. Let me grab a network cable. Let's see. Move this out of the way. Well, I said I had a network cable. Well, crap. Let me run to the back and grab a network cable. I'll be right back. I'll unmute you. Okay, I'm back. I got the network cable. All right, so let's see here. Plug this in. Okay. Now I'm going to power it back up and we'll see what happens. Now, the network that I've plugged it into right here is my my normal local network. If I can at least get on the thing, maybe by some miracle, I can oh, well, I guess we got to put the SD card back in it. I think that would help, wouldn't it? Nothing wrong with me. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. And the struggle continues. All right. Onward into the fog. Let's do it. All right, boot. So I got it plugged into my network. And it looks like it's booting. So we'll let it come up, and then we'll try that HomeAssistant thing, because I bet it'll work now that I'm on the same network segment as my PC that I'm streaming with you guys and everything off of. I should be able to get to it. And then maybe I can change the IP to the other network, but maybe not before we configure some stuff first. I'll secure it later. Right now, I just got to get it to work. Yes. All right, good. Ishmeet, thank you for the vote of confidence. So we're starting Docker now. Yeah, well, we're getting there. We will make it work. I have no doubt. We'll get it to work right here and now. Maybe. All right, so it just logged into HomeAssistant. I think it's running through the configuration.yaml file now. IPv6. You know, we don't use IPv6 yet. Has anybody else used IPv6? Oh, Gary, what's up? Check router for IP. If I remember, once it is booted, it takes about 30 minutes to set itself up. Oh, okay. So it goes and grabs information, eh? Takes a good 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, lordy. So we all gonna be sitting here for a good 20, 30 minutes. Whoops. Crap. Let's use that link again and see what happens. Nope. It could be that it's taken a while. I'd use V6. Sadly, the world is not ready for it. Yeah, right. I know, because there was something, I remember at my work, where I work, there was a deal that they were going to bring up IPv6, and then things went squirrely. It needs to be it needs to download the complete image and then install and stuff. Oh! Well, maybe that's what it's doing. Here, I'll see if I can show you. You have no idea how difficult this is. There it is. That's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this monitor's heavy. It's a lot heavier when you have to hold it up. So I think it's working. Hey, like I said, this is very off the cuff. So, you know, it's, yeah. Okay, so if it's got 30 minutes to set up, we'll see. Oh, I'll bring the microphone down where you guys can actually hear me. Okay, so maybe it's got to just sit there and do its thing. I'm just impatient, I guess. So, in any case, well, that happened. So, theoretically, that'll do its thing. And then we should be able to install this, what's that app called? Add-Daemon, which theoretically, all you got to do is it's just a pip install. There's a, where are we at? Installation configuration. There we go. I think it's on down. Where was that at, though? I saw it the other day. It was pretty simple. I think it was like a pip install or something like that. Where's the virtual Add-Daemon installation? Yeah, I love this. You can't get there from here. You have to go to this other place first. Here we go. So install using Haas.io. The official Haas.io add-on for Add-Daemon is maintained by Frank. Frank? Who is this Frank? Frank. Community Haas.io add-ons for HomeAssistant. Quite interesting. Yeah, right. Dude, honestly, neural networks, I've been looking into that. In fact, well, I'd have to go get it. There's a book behind me about it and whatever. Excuse me. I've been getting into TensorFlow because somebody, it may have been you. Somebody mentioned to me in comments a while back about TensorFlow and doing neural nets and stuff like that. Use IP6. It is. Yeah, right. It is a pain. It is, because those addresses are huge. Anyway, but going back to TensorFlow, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. But TensorFlow, basically, this is the neural networking stuff that Google uses. And Google owns TensorFlow, I think, and they make it, where you can use the use this system to do all kinds of different things. In fact, I think, it's this one. It's stuck to the back of this Raspberry Pi right here, right here, that I have. It's a Raspberry Pi. It's the newest one, the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus or whatever it is. This guy actually has the TensorFlow on it and everything. You can actually install all of it on a Raspberry Pi and play around with it. And it's actually really cool. I got to where I was classifying flowers. And so you could download any random picture of a rose, a tulip. What else was there? I don't know. Different types of flowers. You could download anything off the internet, and it would actually tell you what it was. And you could even download pictures that was like maybe like a wedding picture, and there was roses in the background. And it would actually discern between the people and chairs and stuff like that and the roses and tell you that there's roses in that picture. It was pretty cool. It was actually neat. And it's all done, at least the tutorials that I was doing. It was all done with Python, using Python and stuff like that. In fact, I don't know if I can't remember if I took notes on that or not. Let's look. Did I... in my video ideas. Sorry, I have I use Microsoft OneNote just because it came with my installation of Office. And so I use that to break out all my videos and stuff. I just vibrated. Oh yeah, Quora. Quora's contacting me. Into OpenCV. Oh, we're not downloaded yet. Why not? What is OpenCV? What is that? OpenCV. Open source computer vision library. Till then, do you know if you can install the latest version of Tasmota on Node MCU dev board? To tell you the truth about the Tasmota thing, I don't know. But since I haven't tried it, I'll put it that way. I have a Node MCU back here, but honestly, I haven't tried putting Tasmota on it. I would assume that it would go on, considering was the Node MCU based on the ESP 8266, or was it? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So I would think that it would. Yeah, it's based on the 8266. Yeah. So I would assume that Tasmota should go on there. probably just fine, considering the fact that that's literally the exact same processor that's in the whatever they're called, the Sonoff switches or whatever that everybody's, you know, nuts about putting TAS mode on. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh man, talk about viewer lashback. I got a lot of backlash on whatever it was, the video for the Sonoff. Everybody's like, you didn't hook up the ground. Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill people. I was like, yes, I know I didn't hook up the ground. That was a demonstration. That's a demonstration. If I were to actually install it in like an electrical outlet and actually put it in my home, which I don't know if I would, and I'll tell you why here in a minute, but if I were to actually put it into my home, I would totally hook up grounds and like ground things with that. Plus another thing is that stupid thing doesn't have a ground pin, which is another thing, of course. But at the same time, I don't know if it really needs a chassis ground or something like that because it's plastic. So, I mean, you know, but man, did I get some backlash over that one. People were just like, oh my gosh, AC kills, you know. And so I was like, yes, AC power. Yeah, you got to know what you're doing with it. But yeah, it was pretty wild. So anyway, yes, I know. I'm not trying to teach people how to kill themselves with AC power. No. So if you ever do that, you got to hook up. Now, the reason I question those devices is looking at their circuit protection and whatnot. I don't know if they would stand up against, you know, some different power quality issues and whatnot. They may burst into flame. Which brings me, now you guys are on this live stream, we're just kind of talking because, yeah, this is going to be total ramble because this is completely, check on how we're doing here. Yeah, it's still downloading stuff. Because this is a complete ramble video, essentially. It said something weird. Sorry, it made me blow my train of thought. No, I think that's okay. I think it's okay. But anyway, I was thinking about doing a series on will it work? You know, some of the stuff that junk you get off eBay and places like that. You know, I've ended up acquiring quite a bit of test equipment. Well, you can't see that. I'm like pointing over here. Look at all this stuff I have that you can't see. In fact, turn it. It's over there. See my bench and all the stuff. Okay. So, oh, there we go. I've gotten quite a bit of test equipment and whatnot, and so I thought about why not take those little devices like Sonoff switches that claim to be 20 amp rated or 15 amp rated or whatever it is, and let's put 15, 20 amps through it, and let's see what happens. In fact, if I can show you, I bought these huge resistors. Look at this. That's a resistor, and they're huge. And so anyway, you got the two little deals, whatever. But I bought these. These are like 1200 watt or something like that, or maybe it's more than that. I think it's like 2000 watt. I can't remember. I thought it was stamped. Nope, 1000 watt. Yeah, 1000 watt resistor. And what I bought those for was for that series, basically, for like testing, you know, testing stuff. And so I was going to put like, you know, 20, 30 amps through one of those and see if it just comes flying apart or if it can actually take it. And if it'll take it, then I'll try switching it. And I'll try switching it like, you know, 100 times or something like that with that kind of current going through it and see if it doesn't just go plooey or what happens. I don't know. This thing acts like it's stopped. Hold on. It is stopped. All right. Where is that link? Because I'm dumb and I don't remember stuff. Okay, here we go. Woo. Anything yet? Oh! Hallelujah. Oh, it can take up to 20 minutes. Well, son of a. Well, hey guys, at least we're getting a web page. I mean, that's farther than we have been. Yeah, that's farther than it has been. So, at least it seems to be booking along in that regard. Hang on a second. I'm going to, on my other monitor, I'm going to switch over and check the stream and see how it's going. It's going good. Oh, we've been on for 46 minutes. Wow. Okay, well, yay. Let's look at this OpenCV. So do you like using OpenCV? What is this? Computer version is released under BSD license. Oh, it's a form of BSD. All right. C++, Python, Java interface. Applications written, optimized. Oh, I hear my children coming home, I think. Yep, there's my daughter. She's ducking, covering, running in. But anyway, so for take advantage of multi-core processing enabled with OpenCL, it can take advantage of the hardware acceleration and underlying heterogeneous computing platform all around the world. Ooh, so that's kind of cool. So you can do, you know, like multi-core operations with it and things like that. OpenVINO toolkit. That's kind of cool. I will definitely have to look into this a little more. Probably not so much right here, but I'll have to look into it a little more. Thanks for the tip. I will leave that tab up. So far as our dashboard goes, though, it looks like we've got quite a few different pieces that we have to add on to this. So that's why let's anyone create add-on repositories. Is a repository installation. Oh, okay. See, that's the thing that I kind of liked about the Haas.io is the fact that it everything's kind of like app based, and you can just like say I want this, I want that, I want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, and so that seems to be pretty easy to work with. So see, like adding the add-ons repository to your Haas.io Home Assistant instance is pretty easy. Follow the official instructions on the website, the Home Assistant, blah, 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 blah. So basically, I'm guessing it's kind of like, you know, like adding repositories like, whatever it's called, you know, in Linux, you know, when you add repos so you can download RPMs well, Ubuntu is a little bit different. It's not RPMs, but you know what I'm saying, packages. So it looks like it does the same thing. Add new repository URL. Oh, well, that's easy. Okay. And then we just add it. Well, that makes life a lot easier. Okay. So that's what we'll do. So I'll probably let this sit and cook for a while. Does anyone, since we're coming up on an hour, does anyone have any questions for me or ideas? You know, that's another thing. I really would love to hear any ideas you guys have. Any cool stuff that you guys are working on, playing with. If you want to see something on the channel, I am more than happy to, you know, dig in and show you guys whatever, and it helps me learn too. I really like it. Yes. It's based on ESP8266. Yes. Yeah, it is. It is based on ESP8266. So in any case, yeah, if you guys want to see anything or anything like that, definitely let me know, because I'm always on the lookout for new ideas of stuff to make. I mean, I wander around, especially with Christmas time coming. Christmas time, there is all kinds of cool electronics that are out there that you can work with, you know, for Christmas. So definitely let me know if there's something that sounds cool to you guys and looks awesome. You know, you always want to see how to maybe make yourself, or just, I don't know, anything. I've thought about doing the lightsaber that Adafruit has. They showed a deal of how to like make your own 3D printed lightsaber, and that looks pretty cool. So anyway, so if you guys want anything, let me know down in the comments either now or you can do it later. Either way, but I think this is still trucking along, and I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys wait for the whole thing. Nixie tubes are cool. Yes, they are. Did you check out my my Nixie tube clock? I have a video on it. And there was some chips, I think, that were out there that are really old that people say you have to use. And I think I found a comparable chip because it does work. That's a TI chip. Checking it out. All right, cool. Yeah. Hey, hit a thumbs up on it if you like it. But yeah, I show how to, in fact, check this out. I have it sitting right here. So there's my Nixie tube clock, except I knocked one of the little inserts out, and I'll have to take it apart and fix it. But no, there's my Nixie tube clock. I don't have a plug right now for it, otherwise I'd plug it in. But it's got the hour and the minutes or whatever. But yeah, they are slick. I that was a very fun build to do. The box is all 3D printed. You know, I believe when you check out the video, you check out the links down below. I think there's links to Thingiverse or something that has the 3D models for that, or maybe it's to GitHub. I don't remember. It's somewhere. But anyway, smart mirror using Raspberry Pi Zero would be great. Yes, in fact, that monitor that's down here that I've held up and showed you guys, I actually bought that monitor for a like video editing computer, I think was what I was going to do. And the computer I had just didn't have enough horsepower. I didn't want to spend the money on it, so I just used my main computer, the one that I'm live streaming on now, to edit videos with, and I just said to heck with it. So I've got this spare monitor, and this is I think it's a 21-inch. Could be 23. No, I think it's 21. I think it's like a 21-inch monitor, and, you know, that would make a great Raspberry Pi smart mirror, you know. And so, no, I have totally thought about doing that, and, you know, maybe amping it up. I don't know, maybe adding Alexa to it. Maybe. That could be cool. Having an Alexa-enabled smart mirror. Ooh. Or maybe Google Home. Tell me which one. Did you guys watch the videos on that I did on the different Home Assistants or whatever? You know, the Alexa and the Google and the Cortana. Which one did you guys like? Or in specific, do you guys own one? Which one did you guys like? Did you like the Google or did you like the Alexa? Or I think Cortana is not really in the race. Microsoft's kind of lagging on that one. But it looks like it's the battles between Google and Alexa. But Alexa seems to be just taking the market by storm. If you look at so much stuff is Alexa enabled nowadays. I mean, just like everything has Alexa in it. I saw like a car stereo that had Alexa in it or something. Which is the best? Chromecast versus Raspberry Pi Cast? Boy, I don't know. You know, honestly, I have not tried the Raspberry Pi Cast. That sounds intriguing. Chromecast on Pi. How to use your Raspberry Pi as a Chromecast. You can do that? Advanced options. Oh, this is literally how you set it all up. Oh my gosh. That's got to be so cool. Wow. I didn't know that it could do that. To tell you the truth, I've laid out for a month, guys. You know, it's been a while. I'm just kidding. That's actually really cool. I may have to make a video on this one, and I may have to play with it for a while. That is really cool. I do like my Chromecast though. I do have a Chromecast. I got one of the ones that's like the hockey puck looking one. That's like a circle. It's not the one that looks like a USB drive. It's the one that's like a circle with a little HDMI cord. And I do really like that one. I really, really like it. I use it to watch YouTube videos all the time. In fact, it's in my room is where it's at. So I lay on my bed and flip through YouTube videos, and I watch my favorite YouTube guys, you know, all the different ones. And the channels that I really enjoy is like AVE. He is absolutely hysterical. I love all his little quips for things. You'll even catch me from time to time using some of his little quips because they are just absolutely hilarious. And Make Me Lab, you know, my buddy Eric, we've gotten to be really good friends over the different videos that we've both created. I watch his content, he watches mine, I comment on his, he comments on mine, and we've gotten to be good buddies. He's a great guy, wonderful electronics enthusiast, and he's a beer brewer too. So anyway, really great guy. So I suggest check him out as well as Great Scott. Great Scott does fantastic. I enjoy his videos too. Over there, he's not, you know, over across the pond from me, but he does great job there, as well as Dave Jones with EEV blog. That's something fantastic. If you want to really learn in-depth electronics, that goes way more in depth than even I go, which is saying something because I can ramble on quite a while. Dave does really well. He's been in the industry a very long time, and so he knows what he's doing. So that's what I use my Chromecast for, and a lot of the different apps. I enjoy Bar Rescue on Spike TV, and that's now got the ability to throw it to a Chromecast with the Paramount Network or whatever it is. Yeah, it's not Spike anymore. It's Paramount Network, however that works. Anyway, so I'll have to try this Raspberry Pi one. I really don't have I guess I'm biased to the Google Chromecast because that's the only one I have. I will definitely try this. That looks awesome. Raspberry Pis are so versatile, right? You know, these things are just awesome. You can install so many different things on them. They're just neat. So I will bookmark the crud out of this. I will try it. All right, what was our other one? We had, what do you think is the best? Oh, wait, I have both Alexa and Google Home. Yeah, right. That's the way to go, is straddle both the lines, right? Yeah, I know. They both work really well. The Alexa and the Google Home. I don't know. I almost want to lean towards Google because I guess I have it on my phone, and so I use it on my phone a lot. But then it causes a problem because if I have my phone out, my phone's on, and I yell, "Hey Google," both of them chime in, and then they like collide with each other. So I can see where the advantage of having like an Alexa for maybe your in-home thing versus your phone if you have a Google phone. I don't know. And then, of course, if you're one of those conspiracy theory people that thinks that the government's spying on you and they're going to come, you know, kill you and your whole family because they can hear you say something on an Alexa, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I know it has a mute button. But then again, everyone's like, oh, but they, you know, maybe they put in the software, you know, that it doesn't actually mute, you know. Well, that's why I built my own out of Raspberry Pi. And outside of Google, this is what I did, and I tell people this. If you're really that paranoid, I suggest doing the Raspberry Pi version, you know, making an Alexa or a Google or whatever out of the Raspberry Pi. And then you can write a script that goes into the, what is it, the ASLI or whatever, the audio codec, you know, or whatever, the audio synth that's in there. And you can write a script that will mute it and then code that to a GPIO. And then you can press a mute button and you know for a fact that it's not going through the Alexa program. It's going through your own program and disabling the microphone that you have in there. You could do that. You could do that. If you're really that paranoid, you can do that. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, so let's see. Jareen says, I was just wondering because looking to price, they are about the same. That is true. But it would be amazing if we could add extra features to the Pi. Yeah, see, that's something that's slick about the Pi, is that you can, you know, not only will it do the casting like this, or not only will it cast it, but you can add other cool things to it. In fact, I wonder if you could probably set up a media server or something on it as well, and like, you know, have the cast ability, but then also have like, you know, a 4 terabyte hard drive sitting off to the side on it that you can log into the Pi anytime you want. And then you can watch any of your movies that you have on that as well as cast like Netflix or whatever. You could do, yeah, you probably could do more with the Raspberry Pi since, you know, and of course, if you're watching this channel, you're probably fairly programmer savvy and whatnot. So, you know, yeah, you could probably do more with the Raspberry Pi if you want to put the time in on it. Let's see. I am working on TensorFlow people recognition. So when my friends come to my place and HomeAssistant can welcome them and have the whole thing in Magic Mirror. Oh, that would be so cool. Man, you come up with some great ideas, buddy. That is a great idea. That would be cool. That would be creepy too. You walk in and be like, welcome, Mitch. You'd be like, what? That would be so awesome. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was looking through TensorFlow too. I mean, you know, great minds think alike. That was exactly what I was looking for on TensorFlow when I started getting into it. Is I wanted to do facial recognition to, you know, not necessarily that. That's a great idea, but so some other ideas I had for, yeah, for like, you know, figuring out who is who, and maybe having servos or cameras or something where it recognizes a face or something, it turns to you or whatever. That would be awesome. So when they see themselves in the magic mirror, the mirror calls out their name. Yeah. That would be cool. That would be creepy. You know what you ought to do? If you get that working, what would be even creepier and awesome, maybe you should do it for Halloween or something, but I don't know, but is to put it in a bathroom. That would be awesome. Like right above the toilet. I'm sorry, my brain, I'm telling you. You like walk up to the mirror and it's like, hello, Mr. Smith, how are you today? That would be creepy. You'd be like, how does it know me? And have it bring up like their Facebook page or something. Like creep them all the way out. That'd be awesome. Oh, let's see, what time is it? Oh gosh, guys, it's been a while. So I'm sure this thing, let's see if this thing has it prepared yet. Let's refresh it. Nope, it's still thinking. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, thank you for coming with me and watching me go all over the place. Sorry we couldn't get anything configured because this is taking too long. I'll have more live streams. You guys like this? Give me a thumbs up if you like this. If you like these kind of off-the-cuff crazy videos. I don't know. I was just here, me, myself, and I figured I need some company. I need some people to talk with and laugh with. It's 3 in the morning. Wow, it's 3 in the morning where you are? Oh, you're in India. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep, it would be. Are you like me? Do you not sleep? I don't sleep. I'm guilty of that. I don't sleep. My brain moves 100 miles an hour. I feel bad because I do need to get sleep, but that's what the weekends are for, right? Anyway, all right, well, good morning to my India friends, and good afternoon to anybody else that's probably in the States. It should be afternoon somewhat everywhere. Maybe morning a while back. I have to go to the office at 9. Oh man, buddy. Yeah, you need to get some sleep, pal. Yeah. Yeah, you need to get some sleep. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for staying with me, checking things out, especially those of you that are up really early in the morning. Whew. Take care, guys, and we'll get this finished, and I will have a video coming out. Now, also, I have a premiere video. YouTube's doing this new thing with these premiere things or whatever. I've got a video that you can actually chat on the actual video, and I'll probably check it every day, probably around noon or so. Here for the next couple of days, and you can actually chat with me live if you want to. But I'm premiering a new video for it's for the rotary blind. I actually have it right here. This is the controller. Woo! The rotary blind controller that uses an ESP8266. It uses a motor that was given to me by DF Robot, so you can check that out. And some other things. I also have these new little relays. If anybody wants some, see, I don't know if you can see that. Get it close enough. See these little relays? Those are on sale right now. In fact, I can show you. Where's it at? They're on sale in Tindy, which Tindy's a great place to find and help support other makers and things. But let's see, micro relay. If you go on here, there it is. So here it is. It's a very teeny tiny little relay. And I was always looking at, everybody's buying those relay modules and everything. And I was like, yeah, but they're so big, they're like massive. And you're trying to stick them into a project that's small or battery conscious or something. And it just stinks. And it works off of 3 volts. So it's got batteries in mind. It's very, very small. In fact, there's like you can do a motor controller. It's double pull, double throw. So check that out. If that looks like something you guys might want to do and it's in your price budget, hey, know that some of it helps this channel. The money goes right back into the channel. But also, I thought it was kind of slick because I hadn't seen one of those out yet. And I was like, well, I need one, so I'll just make one. And then everybody else can benefit from it as well, right? So anyway, all right, guys, thank you so very much for staying with me all this time. Just playing around, messing around. I promise I'll get this figured out, and that'll be yet another video coming. And I'm very glad that you guys did the poll. Any of you that did the poll, that was fantastic because that helps me out with knowing what you guys would be interested in. I would hate to give you guys videos that's kind of like, yeah, but what I really want to see is this. So definitely let me know in the comments if there's any videos or anything that you definitely want to see or anything that maybe you're working on, struggling with, and maybe I can start doing and maybe I can help figure it out or at least give you some insight by making a video. So definitely let me know that stuff down in the comments. And yeah, guys, I think that'll probably do it now since it's been way over an hour and we've been streaming for a while now. So guys, thank you very much and we will see you next time.